We are sandwiched between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas, and Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Dallas Cowboys. Two teams here fresh off Week 1 victories who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. They will run for the first time with Miles Sanders. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
Early down stuff will put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Here we go, here we go. Check 31, check 31. You got tape. You got tape. Man 5-7.
It's a second down run with Sanders. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7.
I hope you brought your left because I'm about to take you to school. 49. Kill. Hey, echo. Hey, switch gears. Hey, stand.
Working from the gun, Wentz. And that is incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
It is one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. That's taken on the 25. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins home. Short. 53 is the mic. 53 is the mic. Hey, watch that. Hey, watch the ball. Undercrush.
Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And all the way down to the 17-yard line. A big run that time by Elliott. 46 yards on the ground. A tough run by Ezekiel Elliott, the 4th overall pick in the 2016 draft.
If you watch tape of him in college, you saw plenty of those runs because I know the highlights showed him in the open field breaking away from people, but that's how he wore down defenses, those exact type of runs.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down.
Check, it's free. Jam. Shift. He gas.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. Elliott a first down and more. And he gets it all the way down to the 3. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up first and goal.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Now it's Jackson. That is caught. It's Cooper for the Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper, his first touchdown of the new season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Now the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-0 Cowboys. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be
He's got a man complete. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Alshon Jeffrey, 79 yards. As his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And that is how you retaliate after getting scored on one play. Big pass downfield, and you hit the end zone.
Almost feels like two boxers just throwing haymakers at each other, doesn't it? One connects with a big one, the other comes right back. Okay, I'll show you. And they attacked right back on the first play of the drive and hit them big.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
Let's see if they dial it up this drive. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 48. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
So after the INT, here's Wentz. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Brady! I'm here all day. Check 37, check 37. Check 43.
On second down, it's Sanders. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 3.
What an advantage having a lead guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
And on 3rd down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back.
Come to my work. We want it. Come to my work. They're 5-2. Come here.
From the gun, it's Wentz. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you had a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
At the 21-yard line.
Second and 9 now from the 21.
47. Watch the screen.
Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. Going deep downfield for Ross. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Jackson from the shotgun. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah. Will they make up for it?
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 25-yard line.
Here we go. 120. Check. Walk 54. Watch the run. Tighten up. Check 24.
second down now. It's Sanders. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
On third down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
I got you, boy.
I'll call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you retain possession, that's all you're looking for.
And taken right at the 35. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
From just shy of midfield, Jackson, the intended target, the tight end, Austin Safarian-Jenkins. Third down here. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it. When you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. These two teams all tied after one.
With the score tied 7-7.
Let's go, Keith.
A first down carry by Elliott. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 28-yard line.
On 2nd down, Elliott. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
It's now 3rd and 5.
The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Jackson. Letting one go deep for the end. That is caught. It's Cooper for the Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. Extra point attempt to come here. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken about the 12. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 32-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Wentz now on first down. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. Trey Flowers, the former Arkansas Razorback, in there to get him.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
A few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point.
Solid. One set. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Please.
Throwing on second and long. Wentz firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
2 minutes gone by, second quarter.
Let's go, defense. 57. 54 Mike. Check. Watch 54. Not today, you are. Not today. Mike.
On third and long, it's Wentz. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Taken in at the 22.
Let's go.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to...
There he goes, Amari Cooper. Touchdown, Cowboys. Amari Cooper on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Cowboys are able to show off their quick strike ability. No problem there on the extra point, and it's now 21-7. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken short.
Similar to golf, you never want to count a score before it actually happens, but you have to figure. They thought they were going to get 6 on that play. Great effort to keep them out of the end zone, but a big-time return.
Breaking the huddle, 1st and goal as the return team has set him up with golden field position. Now Elliott. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. So that run gets them about halfway home.
Yes, now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll try again with Elliott, and he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Ezekiel Elliott, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
At the 24-yard line.
Here we go. 120. Lefty.
Wentz on the give to Sanders. 7 yards on the carry. Make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The Eagles on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Alpha.
Shotgun now for Wentz. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
But one thing's for sure, when you get a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. The Eagles send out their punter now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, to see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
And all the way down to the 35. A big run that time by Elliott. 49 yards on the ground.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a first and 10 all the way down at the 35.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe
They go play action with Jackson. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
When teams take shots at the end zone, you've got to defend it the same way you would defend the first down sticks. You defend the goal line exactly the same way. They can't cross that. You play through the receivers, and on that play, that's exactly what they did and batted it away.
Here's second and 10 now from the 35. Jackson now to throw again. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. Evades him at the 20. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 18.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays.
Cowboys first down. First and goal at the 4-yard line.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Here's Jackson. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. John Ross, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further.
You know, in golf, they often talk about playing the course and not worrying about what the other players are doing, what their scores are. That's essentially what we're seeing from this offense. They're just having fun and doing what they feel like doing today.
The point after is good, and the route is on here in this first half. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken very short. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 27-yard line.
A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A second down play results in a loss of 2 yards. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Now wins. Caught by the tight end Ertz. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Wentz now to throw. He's got the hook up here to Deshaun Jackson. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Here we go, Pac-Man. 120!
55.
Kill.
Watch the run.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he's going to be met at about the 43. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
On 2nd down, it's Sanders. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 17 yards and a 1st down for Philly.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Go. 180!
I got you, son.
Throwing on 1st is Wentz. This short throw caught by Goddard. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the 1st half. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11.
Empty.
To throw, it's Wentz. And he finds his tight end, it's Ertz. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Here we go.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They'll run with Elliott. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1.
March 50. Man, that's trash. Hey, check Mike 50. Mike is... Check Mike 50.
Yeah.
Now it's Jackson. And that will be incomplete. That close on 3rd down, I think everybody probably expecting a run. Instead, they go to the air on 3rd and short yardage.
I realize this is a passing league, and they're liable to throw the ball on any down and distance. But that short, I do question the call. Run the football and pick it up.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And they'll let this one go right on the outskirts of the 10. They'll down it at the 11-yard line.
At their own 11-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Fletcher Cox picks up his second sack of the afternoon. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
Hey, man. Watch the boot. Watch the boot.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Check 50. Check 50. No. Check.
They'll run with Sanders. And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. 5 yards will get him back to the original line of scrimmage, but now they're looking at 3rd and 10.
5-yard pickup on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Go. 120. You better be afraid of me. You better be afraid of me. Down the man inside. Down the man.
Throwing his Wentz. Trying for the tight end. Ertz, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Number 53. Mike 53.
Pick it up. Pick it up. Mike, 53. 53. Mike.
I got one.
After the interception, here's Jackson. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Nigel Bradham, the linebacker, right there on the coverage. This defense tried to do its part, active hands on that play, but their offense hasn't given them much to work with.
So they're not going to worry about it. On their side of the ball, all they're concerned about, can they create some scoring opportunities and help out that offense?
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. This is Elliott. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. From the gun, Jackson. He's got it to Williams. And he's going to be marked down short of the 1st down, right around the 17. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down. And forthcoming, a field goal try for the Cowboys. From the left hash, this from 34. And his kick is good. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Fair catch called for and collected right at the 10-yard line.
at their own 10-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. To throw is Wentz. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. Alshon Jeffrey, the intended receiver. But now it'll be 3rd down.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Wentz. He'll hit Jackson, complete. And he'll go down after losing yardage at the 10. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10.
Hey, Haywood. Great.
They do go for it. It's Wentz. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. 21 yards there. A big play on 4th down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Sponge. No. Watch safety creep.
80 weapon.
Safety's creeping. Check your hot read. Shit. Mike's 5'4". Mike's 5'4".
Ramp.
I'm coming for you, son.
46 down, man. 5-4.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. Flush to his right, and that's off the mark, incomplete. Got out of the pocket, didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it, live to fight another down.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Sunday.
And he'll give it here to his running back. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
You don't want none. Hey, you don't want to see me. You don't want
82. Tyson.
On 3rd down, they turn to Sanders. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. The 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. Now Wentz.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situation.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They'll start the drive with Elliott. Tackle made by Adrian Phillips.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
You got nothing to that.
Again, it's Elliott. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
It's now 3rd and 9.
Here we go. Now the wolf severs the mic.
They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this.
Go.
They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. The loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. The run defense, they have been porous at times today, but not that last go-around.
No, they really tightened it up, didn't they? They finally got themselves a win because all game long we've seen them get gashed. This time they played their responsibilities, played their keys, and made a nice stop.
This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here.